Hey there, and welcome to the Girl Means Business podcast, the show that's all about helping photographers just like you build a thriving business without sacrificing your sanity. I'm your host, Kendra Swalls, a former teacher turned full-time photographer and marketing coach, here to fill your earbuds each week with practical tips, real-life stories, and a whole lot of encouragement. So if you're ready to dive in, let's get to it because this girl means business. Hey friend, and welcome back to the Girl Means Business podcast. We have officially entered into my favorite time of year, which is the Burr months. So September, October, November, December, it's fall. Well, not officially fall, but it's fall. Like we can all claim it, right? Now, if only the temperature would reflect that. But we have crossed through Labor Day into September, so fall is right around the corner. Now, this is the time of year when a lot of photographers, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at you, will get so overwhelmed with the busyness of life, with the busyness of their business, and everything else kind of drops off to the wayside. So here's what I want to do. Over the next couple of weeks, I am going to lay out a plan for you that I know you can easily implement into your business, and it is going to help you to stay consistent with your marketing, as well as to create a foundation of marketing for your business that is going to make your life so much easier going forward. So here is what I am going to ask of you. Over the next couple of weeks, I am going to lay out a marketing plan for you, step by step, guide by guide, that you can use, you can put into practice into your business right now, a little bit at a time. We'll do a step each week. And then the next thing you know, you're going to have this great marketing strategy all lined up and ready to go for your fall busy season. And it's going to make your life, like I said, so much easier. Can we agree that we are going to commit to making marketing easier for all of us? Okay, so what I want to do in this first episode for this marketing challenge is I really want to outline what a strong marketing strategy looks like, kind of bare bones. So let me give you the framework of what we're going to be working in, and then I will give you your first homework assignment. Sound good? Okay, let's dive in. I want to start with kind of the shell of the framework. Now, there's a couple of things that you kind of need to have in place before your marketing framework, marketing strategy can really start working for you. And the first thing is you have to know the who of your business. Who is your business for? Who are you speaking to? Who are you trying to attract? Who are you creating your sessions and your offers for? If you are not super clear on that, I want you to kind of hit pause and at least form a general idea of who your ideal client is. And I talk a lot about ideal clients on here, and I have episodes where I go into depth and detail, and I don't want that to be where you're stuck right now because I want you to really kind of put some of these other wheels in motion. But you do need to have a fairly clear vision of who you want to attract and who you do not want to attract. If that helps, sometimes it helps to figure out who you're not trying to attract. So for example, if you are a newborn maternity photographer and you know that your ideal client obviously is new moms or, moms that are expecting, that's very, very broad. If you can narrow that down to say, you know what, I really want to focus on new moms who are first-time parents who don't have other kids already, and they're very interested in natural childbirth, natural child remedies, things like that. So then that helps you to kind of really focus your messaging. It can also go the other way. You can say, you know what, I want to cater towards moms who are just like they're busy, they have other kids, they are just trying to kind of juggle all the things and survive. And while they would love to take a holistic approach to raising kids and childbirth, it's not entirely realistic to them. So then maybe you rule out a portion of your clientele, or not your client, of the audience out there. That is okay. That's what you need to do, because your messaging, everything you're going to talk about needs to be geared towards one particular type of client. Let me rephrase that. It needs to be geared towards your preferred audience. So when I say one preferred client, I don't mean like one specific type of person. You can have some variety in there, but I want you to really get as clear as you can right in the moment of who you are trying to attract. Who do you want to spend more time with? Who do you want to create sessions for? So that is the first part of the frame, the shell of the framework is the who. The second part is the what. What specifically is it that you offer? Get very, very clear on your offers. If you have 22 different offers for your audience, they're going to be overwhelmed and not know what you offer. If you only have one offer, it may not be flexible enough for your audience. So trying to find that Goldilocks middle ground of, okay, do I know what I offer? Do I offer, all-in-one, all-inclusive newborn and maternity packages for busy moms? Do I offer hands-on, natural approach, flexible packages for new moms who want to take everything as it comes? I don't know. That's not my niche, so I'm having a hard time there, but you get what I mean. So knowing the who helps you know the what, but making sure you have your offers in place and that they are clear cut, easy to understand, because as you're driving people to your offers, you want to make it as simple as possible for them. So that is kind of the outer shell of your framework, the who and the what. Now let's dive into the inner workings. Okay. Now, in this episode, I want you to know I am just outlining kind of the entire steps. In the upcoming episodes, we're going to dive into each of these steps deeper so that you will have pieces to work on as opposed to trying to do it all at once. Because that's where I see a lot of people get overwhelmed, is they jump in thinking I have to have all of this done in 2 days or a week, and I have to have everything perfect, and that doesn't always have to be the case. And I don't want you to get stuck in that mindset. So I want to just lay everything out for you, for those of you who like to know the big picture, and then we're going to go back and we're going to take it one piece, one step at a time. Okay, so the framework that I'm about to give you primarily revolves around the idea of building up an email list. And here is why. Because when you have your number one goal is to build an email list, you are building a list of potential clients who have said they're interested in what you're offering. I want to hear more from you. That is the kind of the dream goal. We want to create this pile, this container. I don't know the word to use for it. This place. Okay. Let me kind of lay out a scene for you, because I'm a visual learner. So imagine that you are able at any point when your business is slow to walk into a room where everybody sitting in that room has already said, I'm interested in working with you. I like what you're offering. Maybe this wasn't the right time at this moment, but I'm ready in the future. And so you can walk into that room full of all these people who have already said they're interested in what you have to offer. And you can say, hey, I have openings for this date. Who's interested? And instead of just shouting out into the street going, hey, someone come by and work with me, you're now talking to a group of people who are already actively interested in what you're offering. That is what email marketing does. When you go onto social media, when you're putting blog content on your website, which I'm all for that, the SEO piece of this, but when you're putting that content out in the world, you're kind of putting it out there and hoping someone walks by and sees it and says, oh, and you're also hoping it's the right person walks by and sees it, not just anybody, but the right person. Whereas with your email list, all the right people are already in one place and you can go to them. Does that make sense? So that kind of hopefully gives you a better visual of why I so strongly believe that email marketing is such a great foundation of marketing for your business. So step one, kind of the phase one, is going to be the platform. It's going to be setting up your email platform. to do all the things we're going to talk about in the next coming pieces. Now, platform. I personally have been using and love Flodesk. I know a lot of photographers use it. A lot of photographers will promote it. It is one of my, like, I will not give this up platforms in my business. And so if you are looking into starting this and you're like, I have nothing, I have nowhere, I'm starting from ground zero, then I highly suggest you go down to the show notes, you click on the link and you sign up for Flodesk. In fact, you can do that for 50% off your first year when you use my link down in the show notes. So you want to have a platform that is going to make this whole process super simple. And I can tell you from experience, I have worked with MailChimp, I have worked with ConvertKit, I have worked with who else did I use? I think I used HubSpot for a while. I've used a couple of different platforms. I know I've tested several platforms, but I will say the ones I was with the longest with, the ones I spent the most time with were ConvertKit and now Flodesk. The difference between the two, in my opinion, the biggest difference is ease of use. Flodesk is visually laid out in a way that just makes sense to my brain. And I know, and that's why I think it's so popular with a lot of creatives, is because it makes sense to our creative, chaotic brains. And so when you go into your Flodesk account, it has everything you need right there. You can create emails, you can, from beautiful templates, you can add in your own templates or create them or purchase them or whatever, but that you can have everything set up and ready to go so you're not reinventing the wheel every time. It has automations you can set up. It has checkout. So if you want to sell products or sell services, you can do that through checkouts. It just has everything you could possibly need. And again, it's user friendly. You do not have to be a tech genius to know how to use Flodesk. So I highly, highly recommend it. I cannot say enough good things about it. I am a partner with Flodesk because I've been with them for so long. So again, you get a little bit of a perk when you sign up through my link down the show notes. So make sure you do that. So, okay, your platform, the reason your platform is so important is because this is where everything's going to kind of build out inside of this. It's going to make everything run really smoothly. So with Flodesk or with any email platform, the first thing you're going to want to do is go in and set everything up. And when I say everything, I don't mean all the bells and whistles. You just kind of need the basics. You need all your basic information in there. You need any templates you want to go ahead and create for emails you want to send. I like to create a couple of different templates or have a couple of templates that I like to use for various types of emails, whether it's, communicating about a sale or special offer or a welcome email or just a plain text email. I like to have all of those kind of created so that that's done. And then, any colors that you use for your business, any fonts that you use, just kind of the basic like branding of your account is what you want to set up. Now, the next step in the framework is we're going to kind of step outside of Flodesk for a second, and we're going to create a lead magnet. Now, a lead magnet is something that you use to get people onto your email list. So think of it, for an example, when you sign up for, when you go onto a website for a shopping company, they'll have a pop-up that's like save 10% or get free shipping or spin the wheel for a free gift. Those are all basically lead magnets. And so you're going to create a lead magnet for your business. Now, here is where we go back to that very first, that outer shell piece of who and what. You want to create a lead magnet that is going to make your ideal client, your perfect dream audience go, I need that. So I'm going to stop right here. And if you listen to my last episode, you're going to know the what to wear guide is not it. And we will talk more in depth when we get to that episode coming up again soon. Not the same episode we already had. I'm going to do a different one, but we'll talk about specifically how to create a lead magnet, the different types of lead magnets, ideas for different lead magnets. I'm going to give you everything you need to get started. For this, honestly, Canva can be your best friend. It will help you design workbooks or PDFs or anything that you might need. The way you're going to do this, though, is it's going to all go through Flodesk. So kind of the client journey of this. is that your client, your ideal client, your dream person, stumbles across your lead magnet offer. And we'll talk about where that's going to be in just a minute. And they click on it and it takes them to a form that you create inside of Flodesk. Again, it's all really, really simple. You create this form, they fill out the form, name, email address, whatnot, and then they are now on your email list. And then they get put into this automated workflow that you're going to set up that I will help you with. That's super easy as well. And they are going to feel like they are VIPs in your email list. So all of this, you see how it's all kind of fitting together. So you will create the platform, or you will set up the platform. You will create the lead magnet. You will then, inside of your Flodesk account, you will then create the automations. This is the magic piece that allows all of this to work seamlessly behind the scenes 24/7, 365. You do not have to think about it all the time. You do not have to worry about, oh my gosh, this person said they were ready. They wanted to get my free guide and I didn't send it to them. It will all get done for you while you're sleeping, while you're on a photo shoot, while you're picking your kids up from school, whatever it is that you're doing, while you're editing photos. This is running for you in the background. So inside of Flodesk, there's a section called workflows. And in there, you can set up an automation, which is just a set of emails. It can be one email. It can be 100 emails. It can be whatever you want it to be. I recommend 3 to 5. And again, we will go through all of this in detail in that part of the challenge we're doing here. But you're going to set this up and it's going to be triggered so that when that ideal dream client clicks on that form and enters their name and email and clicks submit or enter or whatever the button says, it then triggers this workflow and they are automatically going to get whatever emails and free guides and lead magnets and all the things that you have set up to send to them. And it's going to happen without you having to lift a finger, which is amazing. Isn't that great? Okay, now you might be thinking that all sounds good and great. I've done some of this, but I can't get people on my email list. This is where the final piece of the funnel of the framework comes in, which is the funnel. This is where we are going to dive into how to get your lead magnet in front of as many people as possible. Okay. And that includes sharing it on social media. It includes putting it in links of your email, of like your email signature. It includes, putting it on your website and several other things that I'm going to talk about when I get to that part of this challenge. So that is the marketing part of putting your freebie out there. But here's the cool thing. When you market a lead magnet that is something of value that your audience gets for free, it is so much easier to market that than it is to be out there going, please come hire me. I'm just a poor photographer. I need clients. We've all kind of felt that way. We're all kind of like the little, what's the gif where it's like the little cat with the big eyes begging, please hire me. Like that's how we feel sometimes. But when you can go into your social media, when you can go into groups, when you can go into collaborations or whatever, and you can offer something of value for free, you now become a resource, not a salesperson. And that flips the whole script and it makes selling and it makes creating this audience so much easier. So we're going to get into all of those things. But the very first step, what I want you to do in this first episode of this challenge is I want you to set up your email platform. Now, if you already have Flodesk, if you already have MailChimp, if you already have something in place, then your homework is to go and make sure that it is active for one, and then make sure that it is set up to make it easy as possible to use. So adding in, any brand elements you want to add in there, creating any templates, making sure things are all active and working, that's what you want to do. If you do not have an email platform at all, I want you to go to the show notes. I want you to click on the Flodesk button. I want you to sign up. And then I want you to go in and just start setting it up. It sounds really intimidating. It's not. Go to your settings and add in any brand colors. Add your logo. Add the email information that you want whatever email address you want the emails to come from. Simple things like that. And if you are getting stuck or you're unsure, send me an email at kendra@girlmeansbusiness.com and I will send you a video that will walk you through exactly how to set all of this up and make it super duper easy. So that is step one. It's just It's that simple. Set up your email platform, get your email platform going, or at least get it active so that the next step, when we get ready to set up that lead magnet, your platform is ready to go. It's that simple. My goal for you with this framework, with this challenge, is that at the end of this challenge, you will feel like you have a strategy in place that is going to feel effortless and fun and take a little bit of the stress off of you this holiday season, this fall season, so that you can then focus on just taking care of the clients that you already have coming up, but also knowing that in the winter months when the new year rolls around, you're going to have an email list full of potential clients that you can then market to, and you can continue growing so that you never have to stress about where your next client is coming from. That is my ultimate goal for you. So if you are ready to take that stress off your shoulders, trust the process, trust this challenge, and let's see what marketing magic we can create for you and your business. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this first episode in this marketing challenge. I hope you will take it seriously. I hope you will dive in with as much enthusiasm as I have for it. And if you have questions or need anything, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Girl Means Business or shoot me an email at kendra@girlmeansbusiness.com. I love hearing from you. No question is off limits. Ask me anything. If you want to send me an email and say, I don't even know where to begin to create an account, then that's fine. I will walk you through it. I will send you a video. I will get on a call with you. Whatever I need to do to help you, I will be there. Trust me, I've done it multiple times. So do not hesitate to reach out. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you back here next week, same time, same place, for the next step in this marketing challenge.